Hello everyone, today we are going to immerse ourselves in a world where robots are no longer just metal assistants, but full-fledged participants in our daily lives. So get ready to watch our new episode dedicated to technological wonders, some of them of 2, 4 and even 50 gears inside. Let's ask ourselves, where is this crazy world of robotics heading? What impressive achievements have already become part of our current lives? Most importantly, what kind of robots will we have at home tomorrow? Are you ready to witness it? Now let's go to the future, which is already on our doorstep. How about going even further? Perhaps in the near future, robots will be able not only to treat cancer and neurodegenerative diseases, but also to perform head transplantation surgeries. These are no longer just medical personnel on wheels, they are full-fledged surgical stations ready for the most daring operations. Such a new doctor can not only write a prescription, but also offer you a new head if you are tired of the old one. Don't be surprised if one day such a machine asks you, which head are we going to choose today? It seems that humanoid robots have decided to show that they are not inferior to human beings. Look at these guys and ladies made of steel. They copy people down to the smallest detail. Sometimes I look at them and think, what if this is the future? Perhaps soon we will no longer be able to distinguish which of us were created by nature and which in the laboratory. It may sound incredible, but the fact is that robots can now have faces that can only be distinguished from real human ones by looking very closely. The technology behind such realistic features involves simulating our muscles and ligaments. Even though all this sounds like science fiction, these developments are already being considered for use in cosmetology and plastic surgery. Can you imagine that cosmetology clinics may offer a face update that will look as simple as a software update? Many hours of research, endless tests and adjustments were used to create robots similar to us. This is just the tip of the iceberg. In the near future, I won't be surprised if robots will be able to independently manage city services, coordinating everything from street cleaning to order control. Can they teach us at universities and school? Or maybe they will learn the law and will be able to defend our interests in the courts. In any case, what we see right now is amazing and gives us a lot of space to use our imagination.
Wow.
In a world where science is rapidly advancing, the American company Robotics is setting new standards by creating humanoid robots. Their robots are so elaborate and realistic that one can easily confuse them with real people. Thanks to high-tech manufacturing, each robot comes out of the assembly line not as a machine, but as an almost full-fledged human being. The Mesmer robot that takes the best from a human and makes it better. With its artificial skin similar to the real thing, down to the smallest pores and built-in sensors that sense everything from the warmth of your hand to atmospheric pressure. It will become the star of any party. In fact, it's not just a robot, it's your next best friend, who, by the way, will never forget your birthday. How about creating a super realistic robot? It's nothing but a regular Monday for Professor Hiroshi Ishiguro. This magician in the world of robotics uses pneumatic actuators made of silicon rubber, high-tech electronics and even his own hair to give his creation not only a mind, but also a modern hairstyle. What about the robot's gaze? It's so intense that it seems he can see right through you. Japanese engineers really know a lot about creating robots. An example of this is the Junko Chihara, a Toshiba masterpiece designed specifically for customer interaction. This robot not only has the ability to reproduce gestures and emotions, but also does it with such persuasiveness that it instantly creates an atmosphere of total understanding. Communicating with Junko seems so natural that you may even catch yourself thinking that you are thanking it for help, like a real person. Now we have a real revolution in the world of robotics. This is a new robot that learns just by watching people. This miracle of technology not only remembers and analyzes human actions, but also demonstrates an amazing balance. No wonder it will soon start participating in circus performances, or who knows, even at the Olympic Games. In an era when new technology allows miracles, robotic prosthetics performed using 3D printing open up new horizons. Take a look at this prosthetic arm. It's not just a mechanical replacement, but a real masterpiece capable of imitating almost all human movements. There it is, a beauty who could drive anyone crazy, but do not rush to send it flowers and hearts because this is a robot. Technology has reached such a level that you start to think, isn't it time to introduce the laws of robotics on marital relations? However, to be honest, it's better to remember that behind the incomparable appearance and perfect features lies an advanced set of chips and programs. This is the new star of robotics. It can catch interested gazes like a Hollywood diva. Can you imagine that she's also holding a book in her hands? I wouldn't be surprised if soon this beauty will be at school or university, talking about Shakespeare or solving equations with variables. If you think robots can only give wrenches, it's time to meet IBGS, a technological breakthrough in industrial robots. Their main feature is the ability to adjust to any task with surgical precision. Working in the electronics industry, robots can assemble everything from microchips to complex circuit boards. They can even assemble a car. Now look at these cuties which have left the assembly line of the robotics laboratories. These girls are so beautiful and alive that it is hard to believe in their mechanical nature. That's right, even though their movements still need a little polishing, outwardly these robots are surprisingly similar to us living people. They reproduce human features so accurately that sometimes it seems as if they are someone we know. It seems that show business will soon be replenished with new stars. These will not be people but mechanical performers. With their amazing ability to copy human gestures and emotions, they can become the perfect stage stars. Why not? This is android Ibuki, a miracle of robotics with the face of a 10-year-old boy who is not only beautiful but also knows how to express emotions like a real person. He can empathize, rejoice, and even show surprise, making his every gesture surprisingly lively and touching. How great it would be to show off exclusive jewelry with something as unique and unusual as humanoid robots. With their realistic faces, they could showcase jewelry, adding a story and emotion to each piece. How do you like such a prison concept that uses artificial intelligence and brain implants to reduce the rehabilitation time of criminals from several years to several minutes? People plan to introduce them to fictional memories of their crimes. This is a real shock. Can you imagine that your next smart home gadget is an artificial uterus? Technology seems ready to break into our homes, providing the opportunity to grow an embryo right in the living room. This is not only a bridge between science and family life, but also a chance for many couples to find the long-awaited happiness of parenthood. Military equipment does not stand still, and unmanned ground vehicles of the new generation are making their own adjustments to the arsenal of armies. A Turkish company recently introduced a new creation to the world. This is a tracked device that combines maneuverability and efficiency. Such a perfect tandem of technology and man, this robot repeats the movements of its remote controller with perfect accuracy. Watching it manipulate its hands and fingers is a real pleasure. The accuracy of the work is amazing, making the robot indistinguishable from a real master of its craft. Here are a few more examples of how well their fine motor skills are developed. I can only say that robots are developing much faster than one would imagine. Yes, as we can see, robots can also handle the tasks of packaging, labeling, and carrying goods. Really, why not give them all these mediocre tasks? Robots that repeat human movements with precision to every finger have almost reached perfection. Every day they are getting closer to the ideal, improving their technique and functionality. Soon we will see machines that not only imitate us well, but masterfully use our skills, from surgery to sculpture. If you meet a humanoid robot at a BMW factory, don't rush to look for hidden cameras. This is a real robot working in production. This is one of the first commercial applications of this kind of technology. Yes, machines are building cars now. How about a robot bartender who doesn't just prepare drinks, but turns every party into a real show? The main feature is the ability to offer a cocktail of your choice, like a real sommelier from the future. After that, who will say that science does not know how to have fun? Can you imagine a world where every corner is inhabited by highly advanced robots? These artificial geniuses can not only replace us in the routine, but also become new stars of social networks, the main characters of the show, and even politicians. Mass production of such robots can lead to the fact that they will become new inhabitants of our world. The GXO robot will be an excellent assistant in working in warehouses. Just look at how well it copes with all these tasks, as if it is literally intended to perform them. Just a little more and these mechanized assistants will become an integral part of our lives. Well, maybe it wouldn't be bad if they really could bring new colors to it and significantly facilitate professional activities. How do you like the idea of robots specializing in rehabilitation after serious illnesses? This is not just a new gadget, it is a revolution in approaches to restoring health. These robots can become your personal trainers, therapists, and motivators who are available around the clock. They will not only help you get back on your feet faster, but also make the rehabilitation process less lonely and stressful. This is what Turkish developers have decided. If they are going to make combat robots, then only so that the rest of the world gasps. Their newest combat robot is like a Batmobile, only for missiles. It launches them with laser precision, as if playing darts at the Olympic level. Do you know the most interesting thing? If robots start participating in competitions, it seems to me that humanity has little chance of gold. Can you imagine a construction site with robots instead of helmets and overalls? This is how communication towers are being built now. These automatic wizards not only speed up the process, but also make it monstrously accurate. It is possible that soon they will learn how to order hot pizza directly from your construction site. Have you ever dreamed of going to the Jurassic period? Modern technology makes this almost possible. Look at the realistic dinosaur on the screen. They look like they came straight out of the past. It is impressive, isn't it? But admit it, it's a little creepy when such a creature looks at you with its eyes. If you think that robots are still at the level of rearranging bottles, then we have a surprise for you. They are already mastering chessboards and construction sites, competing with professional builders and repairmen. What will happen next? Perhaps in the near future they will take on the role of chief engineers and architects. In some cases, words are just unnecessary. Just watch this robot wandering alone in a beautiful fortress. Such a picture is impressive. Here is the master of the bar counter. This is not just a bartender but a real ice wizard. Watch how it transforms an ordinary ice cube into a perfectly round ball. Wow, even the most dexterous bartenders can envy such a talent. Who would have thought that robots would become such skilled ice sculptors? Think about it. Having mechanized assistants on production lines is how to find a gold mine in the world of efficiency. Why not put the hard and monotonous work on their strong shoulders? This will not only facilitate human labor, but also increase productivity. Besides, robots don't get tired and don't ask for coffee breaks. This is a real humanoid robot using all these tools with the perfect level of mastery. As you can see, it has no issues with these nails. It hammers them in one motion, and every time it's perfect. In addition, it can safely lift and carry a 25-kilogram load without losing a single gram of its robotic elegance. What a real athlete among machines, isn't it? Can you teach a robot to catch a ball? It sounds like a challenge, but for modern machines, nothing is impossible. Robots that once struggled to find balance now catch flying objects with the dexterity of an experienced athlete. After all, if robots can build and repair, why not master something as lively and dynamic as a ball game? What can I say? Our robotic friends are becoming more elegant every day. Their movements are no longer as sharp and mechanical as we are used to. Now it's a clear and smooth symphony of motors and drivers. Soon they will start teaching us dancing. The world of sports, get ready. Robots are already on the tennis court, and this is not just an educational game, it's a full-fledged tournament. With each stroke and each movement along specially marked paths, such mechanical athletes demonstrate amazing abilities. To make tea, clear the table, drag the box. It seems that we have found the perfect roommate, and this is a robot. I would definitely not refuse such an assistant. This device will not only save a lot of time, but also add a little futuristic charm to your daily routine. Who would have thought that robots would become an integral part of Volkswagen's assembly lines? These technological geniuses are already taking their places and are ready to demonstrate the wonders of automation, assembling cars faster and more accurately than ever. Soon, experienced craftsmen will come to them for advice. Have you thought of a robot drummer? It sounds like the beginning of a joke, but it's actually a great idea. Imagine a machine reproducing the most complex rhythms accurately and without fatigue. It may not feel music the way people do, but its ability to copy and create complex rhythmic patterns can open up new horizons in the music industry. Robots have hands and fingers designed to such a degree of skill that difficult tasks for them are just a minute to stretch. I wouldn't be surprised if soon it won't be difficult for them to assemble a chip or perform surgery on an insect without having a coffee break. Never judge a robot by its metal frame. It turns out that this iron guy is so flexible that it can make even the most skilled acrobats gasp. Its body is capable of such tricks that perhaps it could give a head start to the gymnastics champions. Who would have thought that metal muscles are so flexible? Soon, robot assistants will be in every home, and this will radically change our lives. Just imagine how convenient it is. Your personal mechanical assistant takes over all the housework, from maintaining cleanliness to performing minor repairs. It is always on duty. The technology of digital 1EG printing in Courier is simply phenomenal. Thanks to modern methods, it is now possible to create a prosthetic foot that is not only functional but also perfectly comfortable. This is a big step forward in creating personalized medical solutions. The thought that robot dogs may one day replace our four-legged companions evokes mixed feelings. They really look extraordinary and can attract attention with their exoticism and technology. Perhaps in the future, they will become excellent companions for those who are allergic or cannot have a live pet. So, one talented American did not just create a robotic arm, he made an almost perfect copy of a human one. With 24 degrees of freedom and feedback sensors on the fingers, the hand is capable of many incredible things. The most interesting thing is that it is controlled through a glove, which allows a person to directly control every movement. What about a robot that can become your ideal opponent in table tennis? Do not think that because of the metal body it is clumsy. In fact, this technological creation can show its skills even to the most experienced professionals, winning scoring points with ease and accuracy. Yes, the Korean humanoid robot does have something funny in its face, but don't rush to judge it by its cover. This robot is designed for research and communication, and its friendly facial features only help in this, making interaction with people more pleasant and natural. After all, if a robot can smile and make you smile back, isn't that a miracle of technology? This baby from Munich, measuring only 70 centimeters, is a real mind reader. Created by startup A for nursing homes, it doesn't just look you in the eye, it can see how you feel. So if you suddenly want to hide your feelings, it's better not to look into its optical sensors. Well, why not? Can you imagine a cafe where your waiter is a robot? These guys will not only remember your order, but they will always be happy to serve you while having no coffee breaks and a bad mood. So the next time you ask for extra syrup in your coffee, your robot waiter will do it with pleasure and error-free. What about some mechanical power combined with a cartoon face? It sounds like a recipe for a character from a future animated blockbuster, but in fact it's just a good way to make the robot more accessible and less intimidating. After all, who said that high technology should be serious? Who says robots can't run? The robot runner is the pinnacle of the robotic art, able to really compete with professional athletes. Use it for training, improving your running technique, or even organizing races in real conditions. How about getting yourself a robotic beast that combines athleticism, endurance, and intelligence? The amazing robot athlete can be an ideal companion, not only for sports training, but also for mental entertainment. Our world is rapidly developing every single day. Now a specially trained assistant robot can take over the window cleaning. You just need to set the program and voila, you have sparkling glass without any effort on your part. Sit back in your chair, enjoy a cup of coffee, and admire how your assistant carefully and accurately handles the work. At the last Japanese exhibition, Hatsuki, a humanoid anime robot with artificial intelligence elements, became the star of the show. This character represents the embodiment of the dream of any anime fan, becoming a bridge between animated characters and the real world. Hatsuki can communicate and react to people around him, demonstrating new opportunities in the field of robotics and AI. This is a snake-like robot called the Cobra. This is not just a creeping creature, but a real master of manipulation. Thanks to the built-in gripping mechanism, it can simultaneously move and control objects around it. Imagine how it wriggles between obstacles like a snake, completing tasks with incredible precision and grace. You are enjoying a coffee in a cozy cafe, and suddenly your order arrives right at you. And you don't even need to get up from your seat. This is not fiction, this is the reality of modern technology. Robot couriers are already here to make our lives even more convenient and interesting. Well, isn't it a miracle? This is Maro 3, the newest robot from South Korea, whose task is to make your stay in crowded places as comfortable as possible. Do you need to find the entrance to the right hall at the airport or the hospital department? Maro 3 is at your service. With this robot, even the most complicated and confusing shopping mall seems as simple as walking around your neighborhood. In our era of high technology, the loss of hands is no longer the end of life. Modern prosthetic hands are so advanced that they can completely replace real ones, restoring not only functionality but also self-confidence. These prostheses are capable of many things, from precise manipulations to performing everyday tasks. Guys, everything is in your hands. Looking at the latest advances in technology, one can involuntarily freeze with amazement and even think, how far can we go? However, each technological miracle opens up not only challenges, but also incredible opportunities.